Yeah. Cool. No, it was very beautiful when I watched it. Yeah, it's quite nice.
And obviously you can now, like what I'm doing now is like doing it at speed, because what that does is basically it enhances your relationship with the ball, and at the same time it's helping your leg muscles.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm constantly sitting upright because I'm too afraid to let my head go. And your pose, you're confident enough to allow this tipping.
Yes, because it increases pressure on the quads.
Okay.
So the muscles are getting a workout here.
Do you feel more grounded? Or
I feel fantastic.
Because it really is super interesting, this for dance, I think. And you know what, you say this shaking motion for the fascia, that thing that I mentioned. Fascia actually gets very stiff if you don't move.
Right.
And then you need to hydrate it, and to hydrate it you have to shake it.
So
it's this thing.
This is it. Okay.
It's just the science behind it. And it's only recently they've discovered it. But you know, the football guys, this training in football, and also, you know, in Tai Chi they do this. All of this is shaking to shake up the fascia to allow it to hydrate. Because if it gets stiff, then all the nerves inside, they get cramped, and then you don't feel there, and if you don't feel, you don't use it.
Okay, see, none of this I actually knew, but something within me is telling me to shake.
Yeah.
Because I'm finding that when I do that, I feel a lot better.
Yeah.
And so you're applying the science to what I'm doing, which is good.
Yeah, and you know, when you told me like it wakes up my brain, I feel that when you do that, the shaking, because the whole fascia is everywhere, so when you're shaking here, it actually lights up the connections of that in the brain.
That's what I feel. That's what I feel, because sometimes people think I'm having a fit, because sometimes I can go very fast. So
you were going very fast,
so
man.
I'll like do this.
Yeah. Oh, and is it like shaking that's shaking? Because I do that
too. You feel that now?
Yeah.
Right.
I shake a lot.
Okay.
And I think it's nervous energy.
Okay.
Like shaking out of me. And sometimes people freak out because they're like, why is she shaking? Does she have Parkinson or something? And like yoga teachers, they're like, stop shaking. And I'm like, yeah, like it's really good.
Yeah. See, I didn't realize the science behind it. I just found it was helpful when I was doing it.
Well, there is a whole thing called trauma release exercises. This guy, Italian guy, came up with it. And so he would make you do stuff, but you figured a different way, which stimulates this response. How do you make it happen, actually? Oh, so you do it a little bit.
Yeah, so this is the slow version.
Yeah.
And then you speed up and get faster.
And then it starts happening naturally.
Yeah.
So he does things to activate this response.
Okay.
And this is how animals release tension in the jungle. So like if an animal is approached by like a lion or something that can eat it, and a gazelle would get really startled and run away, but then she would have this startled in her. Okay. And then you see it on the body of the animal, she just shakes it off. And she releases it. Whereas we as humans, we freeze, and then we don't shake it off because it's like socially a bit weird that you would shake.
So now, I was thinking when I was doing it, and it makes perfect sense with the analogy that you just gave, is that when I shake, I feel as if I'm releasing stress.
Yeah.
Or what you said earlier, nervous energy or whatever, you know? So, there's a method to the madness.
Yeah. Cool, man. That was really that was so good. I can't believe you, like, agreed, because you could have said, bugger off.
No, that's fine, that's fine. How are we doing for actual time?